Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So in this video we're going to be looking at the Evercade TATE Grip. I wasn't actually going to buy one, but I noticed Amazon had some stock in the EU, that is. It took a few days to get here, so without further ado, let's have a look at it and let's see it in action on the EXP. Okay guys, so this is the Evercade TATE Grip, and this is basically to enhance your experience playing TATE mode vertically aspect ratio games on your Evercade EXP and EXP-R. Obviously, as it says there, the console is not included, funny enough. It does come in a couple of different colours. This one is specifically designed, I would say, for the EXP-R. Due to the colour of it, it basically matches that. I think it also comes in the white version. Not sure if it comes in the black for the Founders Edition. Maybe it's just for this. But anyway, it's obviously designed so you can play those TATE mode style games with a little bit more comfort, because if you play those games without the grip, it can be a little bit of a pain in your hands, because the Evercade EXP is fairly heavy. So if you're holding it in that position for a sort of 20-30 minutes, it becomes a bit of a pain. It's got some optimised airflow, so it's basically got a hole in the top. We've got a locking system, whatever that is, I'll have a look at it. Ergonomic comfort, balanced weight. It's got the enhanced TATE experience. It's got nice long sort of handles there for your hands. Compact and portable. So let's open it up and let's have a look at it. Okay, so this is the Evercade TATE Grip. It's basically a bit of plastic. It's just a bit of moulded plastic, and it's got some long handles, obviously, so you can hold on to it much like that, and it does feel quite nice. But basically it's just a bit of plastic for the price. I suppose I'm not really sure what I'd expect, but this hole here is basically, I'm guessing, is the locking system, which we'll have a look at. There's nothing really inside to protect it. It's just completely moulded plastic. Got a hole on the front here. This is basically just for the TATE sort of logo on the front of the Evercade EXP. That's it, nothing really special. So let's have a look at the EXP sliding in. So this is the EXP-R, which I'm going to use as the example, and it basically just slides in like that. Now the locking mechanism is actually the TATE mode button right there, and you see it's quite secure once it's on. To release it, you basically hold down the TATE button, and then it should smoothly come away. Now there's no actual protection in the inside, and no cushions or anything to protect it, so I'm just kind of a bit concerned that maybe through time it might cause a little bit of damage to the EXP. Now may not, but I just thought maybe a little bit of protection there would have been nice. But yeah, it does come off quite easily if you just press the EXP button and just slides off. It is quite secure once it is on. You see it doesn't actually move. I'm sort of shaking about. It is actually fine once it's on. As you can see, all the sort of vents match up. You can still insert a cartridge when you've got this inserted. The vents are perfectly located there, so that it still gets airflow going in and out. And you see the TATE Grip sign on the back there. And that's basically it. And this is obviously your speaker, so that's basically covering that. The design is quite nice, but it is just a bit of plastic. It's nothing exciting, and gives that nice sort of play like that. It does feel nice, it does feel sturdy. But before we try some gameplay, guys, I'm going to have a quick look at the other EXP and see how that fits with this TATE Grip. Okay, so this is the white version. This is basically the standard EXP that most people would probably have had. There's also the Founders Edition, which is basically the same, except it's in black. And this one is actually a lot looser on this version. I'm not sure if there's different sizes of grip, but basically, if I have a look at it, look, this is it locked in place, and as you can see, it's got a heck of a lot of manoeuvrability in it. Then this was not the same with the EXP-R, and that's definitely a concern. So if you're buying this for the standard EXP, I don't think that's probably, look, that actually came away easy without me even pressing down the TATE button. It basically just came off like that, very straightforward. That's probably not the safe way of playing this at all. Obviously if you're going to be playing, you're going to be holding it like that, but if I'm sort of, it's got a lot of manoeuvrability about it. It's got far too much movement. Yeah, that's really not good. I wonder if there is obviously a white version of this. I'm wondering if that is the same with the white version, or whether there's different sizes. This actually surprises me, because You would have thought the EXP sizes would be exactly the same, so why there's a little bit of a difference with this begs belief. I would definitely say that perhaps one of the delays might have been due to this button here perhaps, or maybe just resizing the EXP a little bit to fit the grips. I'm not sure. They never actually said what the delay was for, but the fact that this doesn't really fit perfectly is a bit of a worry. Anyway guys, if you have the white version, let me know what the fit is like. Surely it's not as bad as this, because I would say if you're buying this for your white EXP, I would not advise it. That is pretty bad. Although, obviously, for the EXP-R, it's absolutely fine. It's a lot more secure, see I'm trying to move it, it's absolutely fine. That is bizarre. Guys, before we sort of quickly do the gameplay, I was looking at, this is one of the alternatives I got sent a few months back, and it's obviously got slightly different design. I think there's less sort of room to hold your handles with this one. It is pretty sturdy, probably made with better materials. It's got maybe more higher quality than the actual Evercade one. The Evercade one is basically just standard plastic. This one seems to be a heck of a lot more sturdy. This one was from Pernstar. This one is entirely based in US, so I guess if you're based there, this might be a better option. And as I was saying, there are cushions in this one to provide a little bit of sort of protection for your EXP when you're sliding it in and out. Although there isn't an awful lot of plastic there holding this in place. As you can see, it does slide in nice, but there's nothing really protecting it, but it still does seem pretty sturdy anyway. I think I definitely prefer the longer handles of this one. It feels a little bit nicer in the hands. If this one had longer handles, I think this one would probably be the one to get. Okay, so this is Grindstormer that we're playing. Obviously, to start the game, you need to press the select button still up the top. Make sure you've got the TATE mode button activated. Just press that inside and it will switch between the two different modes. You can actually stretch the screen as well if you want to sort of cover in those borders. You can even have sort of border picture as well, I think, in the controls if you want to cover them up. But anyway, let's have a quick bash at Grindstormer using this way to play. Now, you may need to remap some of the turbo functions for some of the games, because not all of the turbo functions are automatically mapped to the B button. I think in standard they are actually mapped to the Y button. You may have to sort of map the buttons. I'm pretty sure you can do it. According to some viewers you can. I didn't think you could, but apparently you can. And no doubt this is the best way of playing these style games with this grip. It does make things a heck of a lot easier. And definitely not as hard on your hands and wrists, because through prolonged play it does become very tiresome and quite sore, especially after about 20 to 30 minutes. You usually have to give up and maybe take a little break before coming back to it. And obviously you will be able to tell if you've got the TATE mode button activated by, it says up here, if you've got this off it basically goes away. It's basically simple button press and that's it. It would have been nice if there was some sort of a list of TATE mode style games in the library, or even an indication to which games are in this mode for those that probably don't know. So well, that would be a nice addition, I think. If we could add that, that would be fantastic. But otherwise you really just have to have a quick look, and I guess you can actually play any game in TATE mode, but obviously it's only designed for the vertically aspect ratio, the games that were designed like that in the first place. Now, you can actually play any game like this, but obviously not every game is going to be suited very well. And you're going to get some massive mixed results. I wouldn't recommend playing Tomb Raider like this. Now the only thing about it, I guess, is the start and select button to insert coins, start the game is way up here, so it does get a little bit of a pain. I guess it'd be nice to have some buttons down here to help that, but yeah, it is what it is. Can't get everything, can we? Not doing this any justice at all. But wow, some really cool games in this mode, and it definitely feels a lot better playing them like this. No doubt about it. I have to say guys, there is a massive difference with the TATE grip. If you look at this as without the TATE grip, there's not an awful lot you can do with your hands. It feels a little bit awkward. It feels a little bit awkward where to hold your hands as well on the back of it. It feels like you're crossing your fingers or interlacing them even, and it's definitely a huge difference by playing it with the grip. There's a lot more length obviously to it, and you can get your hands a good grip, and you can press the buttons a lot easier. Playing it like this for any longer than 15 to 20 minutes is really quite tough and sore on the fingers and hands. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to make playing these games easier, because some of these games are still extremely hard, but there's no doubt it definitely feels a lot easier on your hands playing these games. You can look at this game, it just seems so much better in this aspect ratio. You see the screen a lot better, and it's obviously how it should be when you're playing this type of game. As I said, it's not suddenly going to make me better at some of these games. These are still tough games. But anyway, I would definitely recommend the TATE Grip if you like playing those type of games. If you want to get the best out of these style games on the handhelds, that is, I would definitely recommend it. It is just a bit of plastic though. It is probably a wee bit pricey. I can't remember what the price of it was. I think it was about 15, 17 quid or something. I got it for about 20. It was off of Amazon EU. I'm not really sure it's worth that. Maybe worth about 10 quid or something like that, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now. Oh, maybe I'm just rubbish, I don't know. Oh, help.